All right, guys, so we're leaving hole 9. Let's go to hole 10. Should walk us right down. I'll have this better marked. And like I said, people, whoever's been making paths, shout out to you. If you want to keep doing it. So I don't have to later on, that would be great. If not, that's fine. I will happily do it. So this should walk us right down to hole 10. As I about broke my ankle. I think we're a little long here. Yeah, I think we need to walk back a little more, actually. So probably be to walk about 40 feet up and then down. But that's what I'm saying. I didn't necessarily walk it earlier to see where it is. Oh yeah, we're here. This was it the whole time. Okay, sweet. So no, it really pretty much just leads directly down and to the left. Pretty sure this is it, right? Or am I crazy? This is it, right? Yeah, we're here. So, yeah, okay, this just walks straight down to the left and you're here. Yeah, but here we are, hole 10. I'll see you in the next one. All right, everyone, hole 10, par 5. Great hole. I know it's giving some people troubles. I'll mark the DZs today as well, right here on camera for you, but I'll also cut down this tree and branches that were in the way. You can see the Mando now off the tee. So Mando right of that. So if you go through there, you're fine. You have to just pass this one right here to the right. You don't have to go technically necessarily down the gap. Like I said, you can go all the way over here to the right somewhere and work your way out. Just as long as you pass this tree to the right. But let's carry on. Let's go down the natural way so we can mark this drop zone if missed. I think at first I was going to have it down there at the thing. And I still will, more than likely. I'm trying to figure out where to put the next one. But I believe I have a good idea where. So, drop zone here. I'm going to keep it exactly where I have. Let me flag it. That's why I picked up my flags earlier. I meant to do it earlier. I forgot my flags. Move this out the way. So, right beside the tree. And one more flag. So, give me one of the straighter ones. So, just disregard the whole 5 on it, as it's a drop zone. All right, and there's our drop zone. Might not be the most even flags, but it's right beside the Mando tree. Can't miss it. Then we walk down. I think this is an eagleable hole, as I have seen really good tee shots on the hole, including myself. But this second Mando, I think there's been a lot of confusion about this one, and I'm going to make this drop zone a lot harder than that one. Because I just don't want people cutting through to advance possibly to the gap. And that's why this drop zone will be technically harder. And I'm going to pin it over here. I'm going to pinch you to make you pretty much not be able to cut off anything. So over here will be your drop zone, way left, pinched off. So if you miss the second Mando, you will be coming back here. Yes, it will be a walk back as we're about to get to the second Mando tree. I know in the first time I double Mandoed it. Take the double away. Just get to the right of this tree right here. It's marked. It'll be marked better. I'm looking at getting stuff to put on it. But right there it is, Mando right. So yes, you have to come in the right side of this. I don't care if you go deep and cut in through that way. As long as you come in right of this tree right here, that leads to the hole right there. That's all I care about. No cutting in early, or you go back to the drop zone in here. We'll zoom in on it. You see the flags. They're right there. So no cutting off early. If you do, go back to the drop zone. Both drop zones are marked now for everyone. And here we are getting back to the pin. Or getting up to the pin. Hole 10, really good par 5. I think this one will have tons of different scores on it for all the fields. Do I think it's an easy birdie? If played correctly. If you just throw a mid out, then a mid up to the gut, then another putter or mid up to the basket, then tap it in. Yeah, sure. But it's harder said than done. But there's looking back at the gap coming in. But yeah, that is hole 10, par 5. See you on 11. Here we are, everyone. Hole 11. Appreciate everyone that played it to that first spot before I put a basket in. You guys were right. Way too short of a par 4. But here we are. Here's tee box. We got flags. Spray paint continues to get smeared. But we mandoed this tree right here to the right. I know it's hard to see. But it's a mando right of this tree. That means you got to go this way of the tree. I was watching people forehand left this way and getting up to the next hole's fairway. We're trying to prevent being on 2 holes at once. So a mando right of that tree had to be enforced. I cut a lot today. A lot of overhang and some saplings in the middle of the fairway that are now gone. As there was a lot of overhang through here, and then there was two skinny guys just up here in the middle for no absolute reason. They're gone. I'll say it again. This is not a cart friendly hole. Leave your cart, move it up to the next hole. They're very close from the par 5's basket to the hole after this tee pad. I'm telling you, just leave it up there and then walk down to a hole 11's tee pad. This is a very good par 4, very tough. It's 398 in U-disc. It plays definitely longer than that. Your landing zone is anywhere up here. Trust me, it could be anywhere down there. But your natural landing zone is going to be up here. The more left you get, the better. I did birdie it from the right side, but I had to go unnatural with a turnover forehand through that gap over there. But really, if you can get up here, I mean, the left just opens it up tremendously. This basket does blend in very well. You cannot see it from the tee box, I don't believe. So just throw it far and work yourself left. But we'll walk up to the basket. This old man gives me problems. Thought being a mailman would get you in shape. Like I said, very long hole now. A very good par 4. A very rewarding par 4 if you stay clean. Here we are. Looking down the fairway, it bends left. So looking back at it, it'll bend right. But bends left all the way up here. Great hole. See you on the next one. Here we are, hole 12, old hole 15. Painted, flagged. Basket is, I think, behind that tree right there. Is that it? Yeah. No. Yeah, that's it. You see it. You see it. Yeah. I think that's it. I believe it is, but there's several different lines you can get there. You can go through here. Right here's going to be more of your natural gap. But par 3, I don't even think this hole's 200 feet. Does it play past 200 feet? Probably, yeah. It's uphill. So to me, you're hitting the walking gauntlet and the course gauntlet, as in the tougher holes, pretty much starting back on hole 8. None of these are gimmies. And this is where you should expect a huge scoring difference. But using hole 15's basket here on hole 12, like I said, playing way longer than U-disc says. But yeah, good hole. I've always liked this one at Pipestem. I just don't know. There's not many good holes here, if you ask me, in the OG. But that's looking back down. There's the gap most people are going to be coming through. I've seen beforehand through here. But yeah, that's hole 12. See you on 13. All right, everyone. Here we are, hole 13. Yeah, so this is where it was. We were playing from whites. Not anymore. This will be a par 3 now. Taking away a par 4 from everyone. I took away a par 3 and I had a par 4 for y'all earlier. But we will be playing from yellows. Yes, I pulled up the yellow stake. I moved it more left so we'd have a bigger walk up. I got rid of the root that was here. Still not the best tee pad. That's just me being honest. I've been trying to make it the most level of tee pads you can use out here. But this has a good enough walk up. I think this is like 230, 240 feet. Everyone should know where this pin is. Par 3. Bends to the right. This will be a very, very tough birdie get. As you know, one kick left, and you're probably bogeying, possibly doubling, because there's a massive drop off over there. Expect this hole to probably be more one of the backup holes, even though I made it shorter, just with everyone having to walk down the hill. Maybe no one does. But yeah, right there's the pin. It's like I said, it's not very long. It's just a different shot. So yeah, if you've been with me so far through 13 holes, this course is very forehand friendly. But I do think it's very scoreable as a backhand player as well. It's just more set up for forehand. And also, be careful, because the next tee box is right there. So if you're on the next hole, please head on a swivel. Hopefully if it flows right, it'll never be in danger. But yeah, that is hole, hold on, let me give you a look back, because that's not nice. Hole, 13? On 16's basket. Yeah, so there's the curve. Where it curves at, goes that way back to the tee box. Really short hole, honestly. Tough par 3, though. See you on the next one. All right, hole 14, guys. Playing from yellows, like I said. Pay attention, basket's right here. People will be throwing into you. But if it flows right, no one will, you shouldn't be getting thrown into you. So straight uphill. Where is it at? There it is. On 17's basket for hole 14. This plays 215 feet on U-disc. It plays way longer than that. Par 3. But U-disc says 215. But I promise you it plays all of near 300. Dramatically uphill. I can't express enough. Don't finish left early. Don't go left early. I know it's going to happen. Right's gel too. I still think left is worse. It is a small fairway. I understand that. Just giving you the advice. Left is terrible unless you get way up here. Then it's not bad. Same thing with the right. You get way up here, you'll be fine. But early, I think early left is worse. But we'll get up here to the basket, look down. Yeah, when I was mapping it, I said 215 feet. I said, good God. I'm out here throwing as hard as I can. And I can't even get to it. But looking back down. She's down there somewhere. Somewhere down there. But par 3. Hole 14. See you on 15. All right, everyone. Hole 15 here at Pipestem. Gave you the sucker gap if you wanted it, and I gave you the big natural gap. This is what I'm taking. I don't want to take that one unless I need some strokes, and that's very daunting to go through. This is a par 4, very good par 4. Chip up to pretty much the old pin up here. I think that your landing zone will be a lot back here. Some will push way up here. But that track right there is OB. That we saw from 7. And then the dirt track on this one is a hazard. So if you're getting aggressive, make sure you clear or come up a little short. Pretty easy to see what the dirt track is out here. Play as a hazard. And it leaves us big old gap from where you would land up there to that basket right there. We'll walk to it and look back. A lot of overhang was cleared out when this hole first went in. So really, really like this hole a lot as its placement and then attack, but it's no big shot needed really to get this one. I think the sucker gap could get you C2, but I think that's really it. Maybe C1, but we'll look back and we'll see the gap. And there it is, hole 15. See you on 16. All right, here we are, guys. Hole 16. Tee-box getting a little faded on us. I'll get some fresh paint out here soon, but like I said, you just should be fine. This is 200 and something. Going to play to the corner right there. This is where you got to walk over from hole 15 over here to the driving range, is where these last 3 holes will be. Check-in will also be over here as well, up on the driving range. We'll have it over there in the corner to the right. Oh, this tree right here will be a Mando to the left. So pretty much don't want, if anyone's over here golfing or anything, don't know if they will be, don't need to interfere with them. So Mando left of that tree to force you down the tunnel. It's a huge tunnel. But this basket, pretty rude on the corner. And I'll be honest with you, I'm in the works of trying to get this one elevated. 2 of the last 3 out here, I'm trying to get elevated. So we'll see if that happens or not. Just giving you the heads up now. An elevated basket on this hole would be very tough. I'm just going to be honest. But my X still should be here. It's probably really faded, but if you've been out here, you know, it's right here. Really hard to see. To be honest with you, I'll get some fresh paint out. Basket will be here soon. But that's looking back. It's under 300 feet. That's hole 16. Hole 17 and 18 has changed. I guess the order of them, but I'll see you on 17. All right, guys, here we are. New hole 17. So you finish up there and you would walk down here. Here's the putt-putt course just for reference of where you're at. We're up here elevated. Basket's not up there, but we do have a marker on the ground. It is 276 feet, par 3, through this gap. Now, we'll tell you, if they keep this grass tall, this will be a force carry over the tall grass. If it's cut, then it won't. We'll just have to see, as we're still technically in the tall grass. We're about to get to the cut stuff. But if they keep it long, leading up to the tournament, so it's like a 100-foot carry. So here we are back in the short stuff. That's just looking back, just a force carry over the tall grass. If it stays that way, if it's cut, then there will be no force carry. But here we are. Like I said, this one's marked. Looks like it's playing uphill, but we drop off from playing up on a elevated tee pad. I think it's pretty level, to be honest. But yeah, I didn't like 18, to be honest with you. It was just a wide open shot. This one, you got to hit at least the initial gap. Now, wherever this circle is, I don't know. So bear with me as I try to look for it. There it is. It's already faded too, and this is a really new one. Here it is. Here's the mark. Looking back, there it is. Right through that gap there is where you'll be teeing off. So right here. It's hole 17. Par 3, 276 feet. And to 18. All right, guys, hole 18. This is Old Head 17. So no changes here. I'm glad to see my basket still there. Let's see, all the temporary baskets are still here. I'm not walking to this one. Like I said, the basket will play more to the right on this natural path. It will be closer to the water. It's a shorter hole for sure. Very tough ending hole though, water in play, but no OB outside of water. It's a great finishing hole. And then if you got to walk all the way back to one, you'll go that way. Walk through here. We'll avoid the golfers if necessary. But that is the course. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Especially if you don't plan on playing it, I can give you all insight I can before the tournament. And if you need someone to play with when you're out here, just let me know. But I hope everyone enjoyed the final preview of the course. I hope it plays well, and I hope it's better than the original. I hate to come in and change a course and make it worse. But I hope everyone enjoys, and I'll see y'all later.